me up. I never quite understood. We've been coming in here now for a little while. And this church, it's kind of like faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of things not seen. My sister we was just talking, and it was like, how do you know, what are you guys doing? It's just about faith. There's no other way to explain it. I had a friend, he was a soldier in one of them wars. He was over in Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, and I remember him telling me that every time closer to the end of the month, when they would be low and running out of their supplies, they would be waiting and looking over the mountains, those dust dunes, and they would be waiting on this supply truck to come. And they would be waiting, and they would be waiting almost out of every supply that they had. And he said, John, I got to let you know, when we saw the first sight of that old raggedy truck, we did not care how the truck looked. We did not care how the truck sounded. We only cared that the truck delivered the supplies that was necessary for our nourishment. So sometimes when a person get up here, don't get so caught up on how the person looked. Don't get so caught up on how the person sounds. The person is simply trying to deliver the supplies that's good for your nourishment.
All right.
In 1 Thessalonians 5, this is one of the things that keeps me going. In 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 24, it says, faithful is he that calleth you, who also will do it. Faithful is he that calleth you, who also will do it. And what's that telling me is most times all I have to do is show up.
All right.
I just never understood why so far we've been coming to this church, and I know what they say about churches. And it's one of those churches that they say you're supposed to shout. You're supposed to dance. You're supposed to let it all go in churches like this. So sometimes we get so caught up and we buy the time with God. God has spared us. My message tonight is about forgiveness. It's hard to sit here and not talk about, just for a second, what I experienced a couple of years ago. And it's overwhelming because, like I say, my sister, I remember when my mom's she was dying. And I remember when it was right at the time when I was studying for the ministry. It was right at the time when I was deep in my studies. It was right at the time when I was in 1 Thessalonians 4:13. 1 Thessalonians 4:13. I would go up to the hospital and sit next to my mother. I would read her favorite scripture to her, which was Psalms 23.